the truth about the man living in my attic. Yo guys, alright, let me just say this up front. This is not one of those made-up horror stories you hear online. This actually happened to me. I wish it didn't, but here we are. You ever get that weird feeling like someone's been in your space, touching your stuff, but you have no proof? Yeah, that's where this all started. And trust me, it only gets worse. So, sit back, maybe turn on some lights, and prepare yourself, because you might want to check your attic after this. So, let me set the scene for you real quick. I'm a 26-year-old dude, just a regular guy, honestly. I work a boring 9 to 5 job, hang out with my friends when I've got the time, and I live alone with my dog, Rocky. He's a big German shepherd, basically my backup security system. I found this cheap rental house. It's old as hell, kinda creepy, but it's all I can afford right now. You know how it is, you don't question cheap rent. For the first month, everything was fine. Like, yeah, the house made weird creaking noises sometimes. The plumbing sounded like it was auditioning for a horror movie, but it's an old place. What do you expect? But soon, things started getting weird. Like, I'd leave for work in the morning, come back, and stuff would be out of place. At first, it was small stuff. A drawer in the kitchen left open, or my TV remote being on a different couch cushion. I'm not exactly a neat freak, so at first, I figured I probably just forgot where I put it. Whatever, no big deal. But then it started happening more often. I put something down in the bathroom and find it in the hallway. Still, I wasn't convinced something was actually wrong. I figured, man, you're overthinking it. Maybe you're just clumsy and tired. But then came the night that changed everything. I was chilling in the living room watching Netflix at like 11 p.m. Rocky was passed out on the floor next to me, when suddenly, I heard this faint noise from above, like something scraping or shifting. My first thought? Alright, probably just some raccoon or a squirrel. No big deal. I live alone, so I've got to handle this stuff myself, right? But here's the thing, Rocky wasn't chill about it. He started growling low and deep, like he was ready to rip into something. Now, Rocky isn't a scaredy cat kind of dog. He's the kind of dog who barks at his reflection just to win an argument. So for him to growl like that freaked me out. Still, I'm a guy, so I told myself, don't go losing it over some dumb attic noises. I gave Rocky a pat, told him to chill, and went back to my show. But that night, I barely slept. And over the next few days, the noises didn't stop. Sometimes it was tiny shuffles, like someone trying to be sneaky, like they didn't want me to hear them. And every time, Rocky would just stare at the ceiling like he could sense something. At that point, I couldn't ignore it anymore. I'm not saying I believed in ghosts or intruders living rent-free in my attic or whatever. I just knew I had to check it out. So one night, I grabbed my flashlight, climbed up into the attic, and told myself, whatever's up there, it's probably nothing. Spoiler, it wasn't nothing. The moment I got up there, I felt it. You know when you walk into a space and it just feels wrong? Like, the air is heavy, and you immediately regret every life decision that brought you there? Yeah, that was it. First, I didn't see anything. Just some old boxes, some dust. It looked like a regular attic. But then my flashlight caught something in the corner. There was this setup like a nest. Blankets bunched up like someone had been sleeping there. Empty water bottles, food wrappers, half of a granola bar wrapper just sitting there like they were saving it for later. I froze. My brain couldn't process what I was looking at. Someone had been living there, in my house. The next thing I remember is booking it out of there. I practically fell off the ladder trying to get back down, slammed the attic shut, and locked every door and window in the house. Rocky was barking like crazy. I called the cops, my voice shaking like I just ran 10 miles. When they showed up, they searched the attic, but of course, the guy was long gone. The best part? The cops said there were no signs of forced entry. None. Which means either I'd been leaving my door unlocked like an idiot, or this psycho had a key to my house this whole time. And listen to this, when one of the cops was leaving, he casually drops this bomb on me. Whoever it was, they might have been coming and going through the front door while you were at work. Are you kidding me? Like, thanks, man. Super helpful. So, here's where it gets even creepier. After that, I swapped out all the locks, got a bunch of cheap security cameras, and tried my best to move on. I didn't hear anything weird for weeks, so I thought maybe it was finally over. But then, one day, I came home after work and saw something that made my stomach drop. Sitting on my kitchen counter was a note. A freaking handwritten note. It just said 2 words. Nice try. I have no idea how that person got in or when they did it. The cameras didn't catch anything. The doors were locked. To this day, I don't know how long they'd been living in my attic, if they still had a way to get in, or if they're still watching me. Needless to say, I'm moving out as soon as my lease is up. And here's the thing. It's made me realize how easy it is to ignore that gut feeling when something feels wrong. I kept telling myself it was nothing until it was almost too late. So yeah, that's my story, and honestly, I've never looked at attics the same way again. What do you guys think? What would you even do in a situation like this? Let me know in the comments, and if you've ever had anything creepy happen to you, I want to hear about it. If you liked this video, or if it just gave you another reason to check your attic, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I've got more stories and crazy cases coming, so make sure you turn on those notifications. Stay safe out there, and seriously, check your attic. Later, guys.